If you want to get paid, you need to prove your claim. You need three things in order to achieve this. You need a current diagnosis, current symptoms of a condition, and a nexus, which is the link between the disability that you're filing a claim for and your active duty service. You need these three things, and there's a couple ways to do this. There's the way that I did it a few times and lost. Didn't really know about a current diagnosis, didn't know about the link and how crucial it was, and I didn't really talk about my symptoms. I downplayed them, and I, kind of allowed VA doctors to downplay my symptoms, and then I also downplayed my symptoms in my CNP exam. And when I was told to walk around on my feet, I just kind of pushed through the pain. So that's the first way. You get yourself a VSO or, whoever's going to help you, and you look for things like an SCT code. That might be a diagnosis. Maybe it will be, maybe it won't be, but it's clearly not an ICD code. It's an SCT code, and they're in your problem list. So, that's an unknown. There's some symptoms in here in your records, maybe those will give me an accurate rating. Maybe they won't. There's some mentions in here about how it's related to my active duty service. Is it an actual nexus? Unknown, right? So that's one way to do it. Just kind of throwing stuff out there, not really knowing, diagnosis, symptoms, nexus, not knowing exactly what those things are. I like to be able to, see eyes on. There's the diagnosis. There's my symptoms. Check, check, check. And then you see this nexus statement right in front of you. This condition, in my medical opinion, is at least as likely as not related to his active duty service on a secondary service connection basis. You actually get to read all these things. That's the way I like to do it. You get to see everything. Then you file your claim, and you know that you have all three components you need to establish service connection. Is the CNP examiner going to downplay you and lowball you? Yeah, quite possibly. Is the VA rater not going to see it? Yeah, it's the government, I'm with the government. I'm here to help. They're not here to help. So if they choke, they're going to, trigger a duty to assist error. You could clean this up in a higher level review, but you have something to fight with, and you can actually appeal now because before you filed your claim, you proved it. You have the diagnosis, the symptoms, and the nexus. You have everything you need. So it's up to them. They'll either get it right the first time or you win it on appeal. We're not really trying to go into the appeals process here. We're trying to get in, get out, file the claim, win the claim, move on to the next claim if that's what we're trying to do. Or if we finally reach the Hundo Club and we end up with 100% PNT, we're done. That's another thing. If you're 100% permanent and total, don't file more claims. You're giving them a reason to wander around in your claim. When you do that, when you file more claims, you're already maxed out. There's nowhere to go. It's 100%. There's nowhere to go but down. So if you're hearing my voice and you have 100% permanent total rating, don't file more claims.